My love, there's something urgent to say. My hands were shaking as I held my phone. I had written and rewritten this message at least 5 times. Each time, I deleted it. How do you tell someone something that could change everything? How do you put the right words together when your heart is racing? How do you prepare for the possibility that everything after this moment may never be the same? I took a deep breath. Then I typed, "My love, there's something urgent to say." And I hit send. Now all I could do was wait. The moment everything changed, seconds felt like hours. I watched the screen, waiting for those typing bubbles to appear, waiting for some sign that she was there, that she had seen it, that she was ready to hear what I had to say. And then her reply came, "What is it? You're scaring me." I closed my eyes. I didn't want to scare her, but I couldn't hold this in any longer. I had to say it, so I took another deep breath, steadied my hands, and typed. The truth I could no longer hide. I should have told you this sooner. I've been holding back because I didn't know how to say it, but I can't keep this inside anymore. You deserve to know the truth. I hit send. My heart was pounding so hard it hurt. Would she be upset? Would she walk away? Would she even want to hear the rest? Her reply came instantly. "Just say it. No more hesitation." She was right. No more hesitation. No more waiting. No more second-guessing myself. So I took one final deep breath, and I told her everything. The words were right there, heavy, unspoken, threatening to explode if I didn't let them out. She was waiting. Her last message still burned on my screen. Just say it. No more hesitation. I clenched my jaw, my fingers hovering over the keyboard. Then I typed, "I've been keeping something from you. Something I should have said a long time ago." Send. No turning back now. Her response came quickly. The typing bubbles appeared immediately, then stopped, then started again, then stopped. She was hesitating now. Then finally her message appeared. "You're making me nervous. Just tell me, please." She deserved the truth. No more games, no more fear, no more waiting. So I did. The moment I let it all out, "I love you." I hit send before I could second guess myself, and suddenly everything else faded. The fear, the doubts, the what ifs, because this was real. This was everything. And now all I could do was wait for her to reply. Her silence was the longest of my life. Seconds passed, then minutes. She had read the message, but she wasn't responding. I felt my stomach twist. Had I ruined everything? Had I made a mistake? Had I just lost the one person I was afraid to lose? I ran a hand through my hair, exhaling sharply. Then finally her reply came through. 3 words that stopped my heart. "I love you too." Everything changed in that moment. I stared at the screen, rereading her words over and over. She felt the same. She had been waiting just like I had. And now there were no more secrets. No more holding back. No more doubts. Only us. And this was just the beginning. I reread her message at least 10 times. "I love you too." The words sat there on the screen, simple yet powerful, like they had the ability to reshape everything I thought I knew. I had feared this moment. I had doubted if she felt the same way. I had questioned if I was too late. But now none of that mattered. She had said it back, and suddenly the world felt different. What now? For a moment, I didn't know what to say. What do you say when the one person you've been holding your breath for finally tells you they feel the same? I exhaled, my heart pounding. Then I typed, "Say it again." Send. I wanted to hear it one more time. I needed to know it wasn't a dream. And then her reply came through. "I love you. I've always loved you." Everything I had ever wanted to hear. I closed my eyes, letting her words sink in. It wasn't just a moment, it was the moment, the one I had waited for, the one I had dreamed about, the one I never thought I would get. And now here it was, real, undeniable. Hours I had to see her. Now this wasn't something I could just leave in messages. This wasn't a conversation that could be had over a screen. So I typed, "Where are you?" Her response was instant, "Waiting for you." And that was all I needed to hear. I grabbed my keys, my heart racing, and walked out the door. Because tonight, everything was about to change. I didn't hesitate. Her words, "waiting for you," were all I needed. I grabbed my keys, my phone, and walked straight out the door. There was no second guessing, no thinking about what came next, no worrying about anything else. Because after everything, this moment belonged to us. The drive felt like forever. Every red light felt too long. Every turn felt slower than it should. My fingers tightened around the steering wheel, my heart pounding with anticipation. I had waited so long for this moment, for the truth to be out, for nothing to be left unsaid, for her to finally know how much she meant to me. And now she was waiting. When I finally saw her, I pulled up, barely remembering to park, and then there she was, standing there looking at me, eyes filled with something I couldn't quite name. Not doubt, not fear, but something deeper, something real. I stepped out of the car, not thinking, not planning, just moving straight toward her. She didn't move. She just watched me. And when I finally reached her, I stopped, searching her face, waiting for her to say something. Anything. Then in a voice so soft yet so powerful, she whispered, "You're really here." And that was it. I didn't say anything. I just pulled her into my arms, held her tight, and let everything else disappear. Because in that moment, nothing else mattered. She was in my arms. And for the first time in forever, everything felt right. No more hesitation. No more second guessing. No more holding back. She was here. I was here. And nothing else mattered. Her hands gripped the back of my shirt, like she was afraid I might disappear. I wasn't going anywhere. I pulled back just enough to see her face, to take in the way her eyes searched mine, looking for answers I had already given her. So I said it again. "I love you," soft but certain. She exhaled sharply, her lips parting slightly, her expression unreadable. And then she whispered, "Say it again." A moment that changed everything. I cupped her face gently, running my thumb over her cheek. "I love you." A small, shaky smile formed on her lips. "One more time," she whispered. So I did. "I love you." This time she closed her eyes, as if letting the words sink into every part of her. And when she opened them again, I saw it. The walls she had built around herself were gone. Her guard had finally come down. She had finally let me in. The words I never expected to hear. She reached up, resting her hands on my face. Her touch was soft, careful, like she was memorizing this moment. Then she spoke. "You have no idea how long I've waited to hear that." My chest tightened, because I did know I had waited too. For too long, we had danced around this. For too long, we had let fear hold us back. For too long, we had convinced ourselves we had time. But time was never guaranteed. And now, here we were, standing face to face, hearts on the table, nothing left unsaid. No more what ifs. Only us. I wasn't going to waste another second. So I leaned in, closing the space between us, my lips brushing against hers, in a way that made everything else disappear. She didn't pull away. She didn't hesitate. She just melted into me, as if this was where she had always belonged. And in that moment, I knew this wasn't just the beginning of something new. This was the moment we had been waiting for all along. And from now on, there was no turning back. Her lips lingered against mine, soft and hesitant, as if she too couldn't believe this was finally happening. Neither of us moved, neither of us spoke. We just stood there, caught in a moment. We both knew we would never forget, because after all the waiting, after all the uncertainty, after all the fear, this was real, and it was ours. The first words, after the kiss, she pulled back slightly, just enough to look up at me. Her hands still rested against my chest, and I could feel her heartbeat, fast, unsteady, just like mine. She searched my face, her lips slightly parted, as if there were a million things she wanted to say, but didn't know where to begin. So I spoke first. I meant every word. Her eyes softened. So did I. That was it. That was all I needed to hear. The weight of what this meant. This wasn't just another moment. This wasn't just another step forward. This was the moment we finally let go of everything holding us back. No more hiding. No more pretending. No more running from what we both knew was inevitable. Because this was love. And now there was no denying it. She had one more question. She bit her lip, her fingers tightening slightly against my shirt. Then, in the softest voice, she asked, "What happens now?" I exhaled, a slow smile forming on my lips. I knew exactly what happened now. I wasn't going to let this moment fade. I wasn't going to let doubt creep in. I wasn't going to waste another second of my life, wondering what if. So I cupped her face, holding her gaze steady. Now I fight for you. She inhaled sharply, her eyes glistening with something I couldn't quite name. Relief, maybe. Hope, love. And then she smiled. A real breathtaking, undeniable smile. And just like that, our story truly began.